Hey y'all, it's been a while since I've come on here and made a video or anything, but I decided that I wanted to bake some cookies with y'all today. We're going to be making the oatmeal chocolate chip walnut cookies that I think you'll really love. So I'm going to first tell you all the ingredients, and then we can get started. So in a bowl, you're going to want to get 1.5 cups of flour, a teaspoon of baking soda, a teaspoon of ground cinnamon, and half a teaspoon of salt. And you're going to stir that up, and then you're going to set it in a bowl and set it aside. And then what I have in here is, let me get this ready. I have my cup of butter in here, and it has to be room temperature. And then I'm going to add a cup of light brown sugar and a half a cup of granulated sugar, which is just regular white sugar. And those two sugars with the butter, I'm going to put that in there and cream it. So let's do that first. Hold on, I forgot to get something, just a second. Well, it would be pretty hard to do all this without my handy dandy mixer thing, the head of the mixer here, so I had to get that on there. So I'm gonna pour the sugar in here, and then I'm gonna start that. Then you're gonna take, and I forgot to mention this earlier, but you're gonna need 2 eggs. So after you cream your butter and sugar, you're gonna take your 2 eggs, add them in here very quick, and I'm gonna start that up real quick while I go wash my hands. So now that we got that going, I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of vanilla. And I'm gonna stir that in. Then I'm gonna slowly add my flour mixture here, a little bit at a time. Whoa. When you're doing this, just be careful, because if you put it too high, the flour is going to go everywhere, and that's what's kind of happening here. But I'm trying to put it on low or medium, but it's kind of going a little bit faster than it should. Okay. So now I'm gonna fold in the oats a little bit at a time. You don't really want to do it with the mixer because you don't really want the oats to kind of start coming apart. It's just kind of rough for them. So just stir in by hand, a little bit at a time. It doesn't take long. Get off the table, baby, you're gonna fall out. My little helper here is trying to help me. One more, or maybe two more. Hold it in nice. Is that gonna be yummy? Cookies? Cookies? Yeah. Are you gonna eat some? All right. No. Get back, baby. You're gonna fall off the table. I feel like I'm too short for this table. I feel like I need to stand up because I can't really. Maybe I'll. That's better. Okay, that's better. So now, okay, no, baby, off the table. All right, that looks pretty stirred in. Now let's do the chocolate chips. I didn't measure this, but it's going to be about 2 cups of chocolate chips. I'm just gonna eyeball it. So let's just do like maybe 2 handfuls of, well, I'm gonna do 2 handfuls, but you can go by the recipe, which is 2 cups. So my hands are kind of small, so actually this might only be a half cup. So we'll just see. Let me see. 1, 2, we'll do 3 handfuls. Okay. So I'm gonna fill those in. And these cookies, they're really, really one of my new favorite cookies. If you're a fan of oatmeal raisin, you'll definitely like these, I think. They're just, I don't know how to describe it. They're just so different, but so good. So let me see. It's kind of, oh, I guess it's like, no baby, get down, love, you're gonna fall. I guess it's kind of like chocolate chip cookies and oatmeal raisin cookies in one, but without the raisins, if that makes sense. I mean, I don't absolutely dislike raisins, but I don't really care for oatmeal raisin cookies too much because of the raisins. But these are just something else, and they're so good. So I can't wait for all of you to try this recipe. Okay, and then now we're gonna do some walnuts. These are walnut chips. You could just get some walnuts, or you could chop your own walnuts or get chopped walnuts. I'm gonna do a half cup of this for all this batter. Add a half cup. And we'll fold that in also. And it gives it just the right amount of crunch. It's not too crunchy, but it just gives it the right amount of texture. I know my little ones are so excited because they get to have these cookies today, and I might have me one or two also. We'll see. Okay, so once it's all folded in like that, then you'll get your pan. Some recipes call for parchment paper. I personally didn't use parchment paper with mine. I sprayed mine down a little bit. I just greased it, and they came out really good. They didn't get stuck, and I thought they were perfect. So I'm just gonna do that again. Let me go get my pan, and then we can get them ready to go in the oven. So I got my pan, my greased pan, and I'm gonna use a tablespoon little thing to measure them out, scoop them out onto the pan, and then you're gonna want to flatten them just a little bit because they just bake better that way. So let's get them on the pan here. I'm gonna roll it into a little ball, baste it, kind of flatten it a little bit, not too much, but just a little bit. Another one. It can get a little bit messy, but it'll be worth it in the end. Another one. Another one. Now, don't forget when you start to preheat your oven to 350. My oven's been going for a good while now, so it should be definitely ready. These cookies. All right, I gotta go wash my hands, and then I'm gonna put these in the oven, and I'll be back when these are done. Here they are, all warm and fresh out of the oven. And I can't wait to try one. Yum. I think I forgot to mention this, but you want to bake these for about 9 minutes or so. Just keep an eye on them until the edges are golden brown, and that's when you know they're ready. Okay, time to try them. You want to try it? Might be a little bit warm. Okay, try it. What do you think? Those are good. Thank you for watching. Hope y'all like this video and hope you like the recipe. Stay tuned for more videos to come. I plan on making more because I had a lot of fun. And hope y'all have a great day. Bye.